Steam Summer Sale is here! What do we recommend that you get this year? We're gonna tell you right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. I'm certain I'm gonna be your host for this video where we recommend what you should get in the Steam Summer Sale. As in every year, the Steam Summer Sale started on the 26th of June, coincidentally the birthday of one of our most prominent members. Of course, it's an embarrassment of riches, and as the number of available offers for Simracers grows, many of you need some guidance. We therefore present you our 5 recommended sales on Steam for Simracers and those who want to become Simracers. But before we do that, remember, if you want to be informed about new videos, click subscribe and also click on the bell and become part of the ever-growing RomRom family. I'll start with the obvious. Buy Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition. We already told you why Assetto Corsa is a sim that keeps on giving year after year after year. See the link up there. And we have an insane amount of videos about Assetto Corsa. For less than €10 USD for the base sim and all of its DLCs, you cannot go wrong. It's a good start in your sim racing world, and when the content of the base sim grows stale, check our It's a Mod world playlist to get some ideas about which mods to download. Yes, the link is also up there. Because Assetto Corsa is extremely moddable for less than €10 USD, and it supports VR, which is always a bonus. From the makers of Assetto Corsa comes also Assetto Corsa Competizione, which isn't moddable at all and not as extensive as Assetto Corsa. But if you like racing GT cars and are yearning for a sim with excellent force feedback and sound, you can't go wrong with Assetto Corsa Competizione, which supports VR quite well at a cost with regards to FPS. It's not the cheapest this sim has ever been on Steam, but close enough. It's for now only DLC with 4 tracks, some well known, some lesser known, is also on sale, so that's a bonus. Looking for something different? Tired of spa, open wheelers and GT cars? How about you sit down in Cardcraft, a sim specially for karting that supports VR and is on early access. It's not perfect, it's still being developed, granted at a slow pace, but it seems to be a labor of love, and we liked it enough when we tested it. See the link to our review up there. Schumacher, Vettel, Hamilton and countless other racing stars started on karts. Maybe you'll be the next? Back to the world of Sims. R-Factor 2 is still being developed, there's new content coming from its maker Studio 397, and there's also tons of mods for it, while not as many as for Assetto Corsa. R-Factor 2 supports VR quite well, has the best tire physics all around and therefore very good force feedback, but not as good as Assetto Corsa Competizione or Race Room Racing Experience. And it's almost as good a deal as Assetto Corsa. Their DLCs, which they do not call DLCs, are not on sale though. Before we finish this round of recommendations, let us present some honorable mentions and contenders to this pantheon of sorts. While it's not the newest dirt game, it's still the best of all 5 by far if you're interested in rallies. It supports VR and is closer to a simulation than any of the subsequent dirt games. This is more a physics simulator than a racing sim, but there's a whole community of physics adepts that even race around that has built up around it. We may grab this simulation ourselves this time around and let you know what we think in a later video. Last but not least, Wreckfest is also on sale this summer on Steam. For a simcade, it has excellent physics and it's just fun. A good game to decompress after that 2 hours race or training session around Bathurst, or whatever had your pulse on high speed and your adrenaline rushing. It may very well be the only racing game where even when you are crashed into and DNF, you're laughing all the way. Highly recommended if you want to race but for once don't want to sim race. These are 5 recommendations out of hundreds, and they are our very subjective picks. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Do you have other recommendations that we did not take into account here? Let us know in the comments. For reviews and recommendations about sims and mods, remember that we have more videos sharing the joy of sim racing. Check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.
Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.